think I'm live. I think I'm live. I'm looking for my glasses. Okay, so this is awesome. Hi. One of the things I wanted to do is get on a couple of minutes early because I am not 100% positive where this is going to show up on one of my event pages using Restream. And with anything in business, it's a lot of trial and error. I just really wanted to check quickly to see where this would show up so that the remainder of our time together, the next 2 days. Okay, so it's going right on my page. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Hi, a couple minutes early, so I apologize for that, but I'm really excited about this. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Meggin Anderson, and I have been in the health and fitness, nutrition, business industry now for 7 years. And one of the things that I love doing is sharing about what it is that I do as a coach. I'm just trying to get the lay of the land here. I apologize. So if you hadn't seen my announcement or my share about what it is that I'm doing this week, welcome to our behind the scenes, the business of coaching sneak peek. There's a couple different ways that we like to share about it. So kind of like an inside look, right? Like I said, the biggest thing I love to do right now is share about my business. And I think that there's a ton of misconceptions and a lot of preconceived notions about what it is that coaches do. So I wanted to come in and share. I wanted to use some new technology. So it's a 2-day event. And so I break it up into 4 videos. So there'll be 2 videos today and 2 videos tomorrow. So as you come in, you can come and watch the recording. I'm going to also try to categorize them so that you can come back and watch them in order if you're getting here later in the game. So this, again, is a little bit of a trial and error because I'm not sure how this is going to come out on the other end, but that's life, right? And I love that about this life and this business too, which I'm going to share more with you guys about. So without further ado, video number 1, I'm sharing with you guys today. I'm so excited to do this. I love video simply for the fact that it helps you to get to know me a little bit better. And so the big part of what I do as a coach is make connections, build relationships. And so if you cannot connect with me or we can't get across what we need to get in typing in a post, that's hard, right? It's a hard thing to do. And so I feel like the more that I'm engaging with you on video, the more that you can get to know me and make that connection as a result. Okay, so as I mentioned, my name is Meggin Anderson. I am a mom and a wife. I have 3 kids. Aiden is 15, Riley is 12, and Ben is 9. Riley's my only girl. Lord help me. Thank goodness. I always say, glad I only have just one girl, like the drama, right? So I'm in the teen tween era. Ben is my last of my babies, yet to have his voice change or any of the attitude that comes with being a tween. So I'm holding on to that with every breath I can. We live in Meredith, New Hampshire, on a lake, actually across the street from a lake, which is amazing. I lived my whole life in suburbia. I grew up in Massachusetts, but we would come up here summers as a kid. So ever since I was 3 years old, I've been coming up here weekends and summers, and it was just absolutely amazing. We decided to make it a permanent thing. About 5 years ago, this will be going into our 6th summer. We moved up here in June, and so this is our 6th summer at the lake, and it's just been life-changing, as I'm going to share more with you on. So when I think about my story and how I got started, there's many facets of it, and every time I tell it, I also look back and think, really everything happens for a reason. And I really feel like all the things come into your life for purpose. I was just chatting with my coach this morning about that, how people come and pass through your life for reason. And you might not realize the reason at that moment. But I think a lot of times when we look back or reflect, we think, wow, had that not happened to me, had that person not crossed paths for me, that person was created to talk to me in this way so I would get that message. You know what I mean? So I'm really strong. I feel really strongly about everything happening for a reason. Um, so when I first started on my fitness journey many years ago, I was literally looking for something that was going to save me time. My husband and I owned our own business. We started that in 2000 before my firstborn. So we were like loving life as parents. I mean, as a married couple with nothing else but our business. It was a very exciting time for us, but it was a lot of work. So we had a office in a business park. We had a fleet of trucks. We had employees. We had all the things, and I was excited. I was excited to be a business owner. This was something that I had always wanted. My dad was a business owner, so that entrepreneurial spark and spirit was brought up inside me, and so back then, I struggled to get to the gym. I struggled to make it to the gym on time. And when I would try and get there by the end of the day, I would either miss the classes or I would get there so late. It was just a real struggle for me all the time. So I was looking for something that was going to save me time that I literally could do from home. Quickly what I found was I was gravitating towards Beachbody workouts and Beachbody programs. And the really awesome thing back then, even though they were on DVDs and VHS, is that they kept putting out content after content. So it was enough to keep me busy, never bored, and it just worked for me. It was just get in, get out, get it done. I was up at the crack of dawn. I got my exercise in, my fitness. Back then it was insanity. It was P90X, and it was amazing. I got results. I loved the whole process of it all, and it was just like the best part of my day. It just became, my me time. And then after kids came along, I leaned on Beachbody programs to help me lose weight. And they did with every single one. I was about 200 pounds after each kid was born, which was crazy. I pretty much saw it as a license to eat. And I did with each pregnancy. Shame, shame. I never learned my lesson. You think after the third one, I would have learned my lesson, and I just never did. But I always lost the weight with the programs. I always just got it done at home. It was just something that I loved. It was my me time. I had by kid number 3, I had created a home gym for myself and started to accumulate equipment. It just worked for me, and I absolutely loved it. After I lost the baby weight, I kept progressing. I kept seeing, hey, I'm down to my pre-baby weight. Now I'm ready for something more. I'm ready for the next thing. And I kept progressing. I would add strength training. I would start working more in my nutrition, and I just kept looking for the next thing to keep me going. And I always say, meanwhile, I'm still running my business and I'm working 60 plus hours a week. The kids are in daycare. And so I would get up at the crack of dawn, get my workout in, race to get them all ready, get them in the car, get them off to daycare. Then I would be running the business all day long, appointments on the road, running the day-to-day operations, making sure, this one was taken care of, and inventory and all the things happening with the business. And then I would race back to get them out of daycare, bring them home, bed, dinner, baths. I mean, if you are a parent, you can completely relate to that dinner, bath, bedtime chaos at the end of the day. And by the time it was all done, it was time for bed again. And then up and doing it the next day. It was literally like being on this perpetual hamster wheel. And I couldn't figure out how to get off. Like, it was like, what is happening? Like, what are we doing? And I'm going to be 40 and we're still going and all these things. And there's just got to be more to this life, right? There's just got to be more to this than get up, work, go to bed, and ultimately die someday. Like, that's what I was thinking was there. What is the future? Like, great, I own my own business, but what was it worth to me? Like, what was that giving me? It wasn't filling me up. It wasn't giving me purpose. It was just like, I bought myself a job kind of a scenario, And then I met other women that were just like me, which was incredible. So this was before Facebook, before social media, before Instagram. Beachbody actually had what they called message boards, and you could go on and ask questions and chat with other people that were doing the at-home programs, which was really fun. And so my person asked me, I had come across this person on the message boards, and she said to me, I'm running this group. I'm running this challenge group on Facebook. Would you like to join us? And I was like, what's a challenge group? And she said, there are these other women that are going to be also doing the Les Mills combat program. Les Mills had just launched their combat program. And so I was getting ready to do that when I just ordered it. And she said there were other women like me that were going to do the program inside the group all together for 60 days. And we were going to hold each other accountable. And I was like, oh my gosh. And so guys, this is like 2013. And I'm thinking to myself, you mean I'm not a weirdo working out in my basement? There are other people just like me. It was like insane to just think, there's other people like me. I just felt so, I feel like I wasn't alone, but I felt alone in that mindset of where I wanted to go with my health and my fitness, you know? And I think it was only about 30 days in when I learned about the coaching opportunity. And so the wheels were spinning and I said to myself, geez, you mean I just have to share the program and my progress and the process of it all and run these groups and I can earn a living? Huh. And it was like, remember I said everything happens for a reason. It felt like just the whole thing was just put into my lap and meant for me because I was already doing all those things. I already loved the programs. I already loved, like my heart was already in it. And I had fallen in love with this process years ago, got amazing results. And it was the favorite part of my day. It was my me time. It was my fun time. It was just that much, you know, and thinking about being able to fill up the rest of my hours, helping other people with that would be just amazing. Right. And come easy to me is the other thing that I thought of. You know, it was definitely a concern, right? How I was going to get from A to Z because I was also the president of our company. And we had now been in business for 13 years with the kids and all the things. And so how was I going to make the time for this, right? And, you know, what I kind of thought in the beginning was this will just be like a fun hobby. And then the more I got embedded in like the trainings and learning about what it is that we do as coaches, the more my heart pulled me towards this business and the opportunity and what it could become. And so ultimately I ended up sitting down with my husband and telling him, you know, that my heart was pulling me in this direction. And like, he had known that I had been doing these programs forever. Right. So it wasn't like a shock to him that I was doing all these things. It wasn't like surprise. And he saw me as a successful business owner. So he knew that he could support me in this endeavor, right? So we kind of said, hey, if we bring the kids home from daycare and you stay home, that's a wash, and let's go for it, you know? And so that was like the beginning of the rest of my life, which is insane to think about. When I first got into coaching, I saw the opportunity to have freedom of time. And I think that was the biggest draw for me because I was missing all the things at the kids' schools. You know, I wanted to be the mystery reader when the kids had, you know, that time in the afternoon, knock on the door and be the one to read the book. I wanted to be there when they got off the bus or pick them up from school. Like I wanted all those things, you know, when I wanted to be the business owner, I wanted to be the mom, I wanted to be all the things. And with our business the way it was, I just couldn't see that working. But this was my opening, right? This was how I could see how this would open up for me. And I was really excited, you know, so that was 2013. And I like to say like the rest is history. I just had my 7-year anniversary. Beachbody has opened up so many other doors for me. They opened up the opportunity to get certified to teach several of their live formats. So I'm certified to teach Insanity. I'm certified to teach P90X. They have a Transform Step program. There's several other different ones that they have that I got certified in just about every single one to teach, which was amazing. I actually thought it was just going to be like a bucket list, get out of my comfort zone thing, and ended up teaching, which was a great way for me to just expand upon what it was that I was doing and offering people in the community. My confidence has gone through the roof. I stepped on stage not once but twice in amateur bikini competitions, all using home workouts. Believe it or not, which is pretty insane when you think about it. And so today my why has changed. Like I think about when I first started, my why was that freedom, like to have the freedom and of my time and with my kids and my family, and just to be able to do what I want when I want it. And today, now that the kids are a little bit older and life has changed, those seasons of life have changed for me, my why has become passionate about showing other women what this business and this opportunity can do for them. It's like I said, I always wanted to be a business owner. I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur. I saw how hard my dad worked. He would get up, he would go to work all day, he would come home, crash on the couch, and he would do it all over again. He worked so super hard so that my mom and me and my sister could have all the things that we needed in life. But I saw that from his perspective and wanted to do that, but on my own terms. I thought I needed to do what was expected of me. I had to go to college, get married, work to death for 40 years and retire. But this opportunity has given me so much more, being able to open my eyes to the flexibility of the life that we live now. I mentioned to you guys that we're up here at the lake, and that was a huge turning point for us. My husband's job today, he's still working, but the flexibility allows him to sort of live anywhere in the New England area. But it has enabled us to pick up and build and move here and live here on our forever home. So we're able to take the chances and opportunities now versus, waiting till quote unquote retirement. We often talk about what retirement looks like for us, and I don't think that that's in the cards for us. I think we'll just continue to morph and change through the seasons of life and how we can help others and how we can give back with this opportunity and others that we have at our hands. Creative freedom. I always love to talk about the 5 freedoms, and this is the last thing that I'm going to leave you guys with. Creative freedom. So I have the creativity to build my own brand. Yes, I am a Beachbody coach, and Beachbody is the vehicle that allows me to give the tools that I need to help my members and my clients live a healthy and fulfilling life. But it's my brand. I'm not Shakeology. I'm not Insanity. I'm not P90X. I'm Meggin Anderson Fitness, and this is what I can offer you, right? So the freedom to create my own brand, the freedom and flexibility to use this platform to share my gifts in the ways that I feel that I am important, right? With passion and purpose. Maybe that you're a mom of 5, or you're a homeschooling mom or something. There's something that sets you apart from other people, and that creative opportunity is yours to run with. We have people freedom, working with who I want, wherever I want, no matter what my zip code is. So that was something I quickly learned when I became a group fitness coach. I was only speaking to those people that were in my backyard, right? I was only able to work with those people that I could physically see in person. And this opportunity allows me to work with people in the United States, Canada, United Kingdom, France, and opening up more territories as the years go on here. So I love that, the idea of being able to work with who I want, wherever I want, no matter where I am, as long as I have Wi-Fi. Time freedom, like I mentioned, on my own terms and my own schedule. I can work as many hours or as little hours as I want to. It really depends on your own personal goals. And I feel like that's, it's one of those things that you get out what you put into it. It's not anything like a get rich quick anything. You literally, it's work. It takes effort, diligence, and skill. I always parallel it to my with my health and my fitness, right? Consistency, time, patience. You don't lose weight overnight. You don't get ripped muscles overnight. It's the same thing with this business, building a foundation. Expect to be here for a year to 5 years to really create a substantial business. Purpose freedom. This one's huge, right, guys? This thing, I think about this all the time. I mentioned before that I always wanted to be an entrepreneur, but my business was not filling me up. This business allows me to, but between like the creativity and the people and the community that I'm a part of, I'm linking arms with others that are like me, with other business women, with other people that are into fitness just the same way I am. They get excited. They motivate. They fill my soul. There are other people that are like me. And there's nothing greater than being able to handpick other people to do this life with. And that can just fill your soul. The other really amazing thing, and I'll talk about this in the next video, is that Beachbody encourages personal development and mindset growth. So something that we are working on a daily basis within our teams, within ourselves, allows you to fill your cup, and then you can pour into others. And that transformation that I've made, even though I've lost 80 pounds with these programs and been able to maintain it all these years, the greater transformation is what has happened between my ears. And not just my mindset and my confidence, but spiritually, emotionally. I'm a better mother. I'm a better wife. I'm a better team leader, coworker, sister, daughter, all of that because of this business. And the last freedom is financial freedom, and I have the ability to earn what I'm worth. Now, I will say that Beachbody doesn't guarantee any level of income from their opportunity. It really is based on your own individual diligence, skill, and work ethic. It really does depend on you specifically, and what you put out, you get in. And we'll get into some of those more details later. I'm going to come at you for video number 2 about noontime, and I'll be talking to you at that point what it is that we do as coaches, kind of like a day in the life, so you can get some kind of thoughts and feedback on what specifically we do on an everyday basis. If you guys have any questions, make sure that you comment below, or you can send me a message. I'd be happy to answer anything that you've got going on in that head, and concerns, anything that I don't cover, please let me know. Like I said, we've got 3 more videos to go. I'm going to categorize these all together and title them so that you can go and watch them in order if you need to go back and rewatch something. I'm hoping you guys are having a great day. I'm excited you're here, and I will see you at noon Eastern Standard Time for video number 2. Bye, guys. Thank you.